does not reward mediocrity. You know what the rest of the world wants to pay you for? Be the best at one thing.
If you know how to concentrate your efforts and be focused on one thing, you have an edge. If you can be focused on one thing and not look at everything else that everybody else is looking at, 50 different philosophies, 75 different ways to make money, 19 different streams of income. If you can figure out what go here, all of that stuff's going to come your way. But if you go chase all the other stuff like everyone else is, you're going to miss the whole point of winning in life because you can't concentrate. You show me anyone today who knows how to concentrate, I'll show you someone that nobody wants to compete with.
Don't stop. Narrow your focus to one idea, and make it work. Make it your priority and stick with it no matter what.
You guys need to understand what you don't have to do. You don't have to work hard, you don't have to eat right, you don't have to sleep right, you don't have to do more than what's required of you, you don't have to be a good teammate, you don't have to be a good leader. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. But you also don't have to win, you don't have to be a success in life, you don't have to help your team win, you don't have to play. So the greatest things in life take sacrifice and discipline. And that's why so few people achieve great things. Because they don't want to sacrifice, they don't want to discipline for something greater. So you see all these people that have great things in life that you look up to, it's because they were sacrificed and disciplined long before you ever knew them.
No one can make you do or not do what you said you're going to do. Tell yourself every morning, I'm going to stick to this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to strive for this goal. I'm not looking forward to December. I'm not looking over the whole year. I'm focused on today.
What we do every day, every single day, what we do becomes habitual and routine. Through practice, every single day we do the same thing, regardless of weather, surroundings, elements, people, regardless. We continue to do the task that we believe in and strong, confidence, pushing through it.
See, at the end of my life, the Lord's going to go, hey, by the way, this guy over here, this is the man you could have been. This is the person you were born to be. This would have been your dreams. This is where you would have gone, what you would have seen, what you would have changed. This would have been your book. Meet him. My dream in my life is that when I meet that person, we're not total strangers. And I'm going to say, hey, man, good to see you. Been chasing you, man. He's going to go, I've been watching you. You maxed out your damn life. Congratulations. You don't want to get to the end of your life, and that character is a total stranger to you. You know damn well there's going to be a funeral for you someday. At that funeral, there's going to be a sense in the spirit of what you could have become. The woman, the man you could have become. And every day those decisions you're making to max out your life are chasing that person.
If you have micro-focus, if you can get a chance to pay attention to detail, that's how you break out of the pack. That's how you go from being an average to a above average performer. With focus, you are unstoppable.
What up? What up? What up? It's your boy back at you with another one. Y'all know how we do it over here at the Next Level Sports Lounge. Hey, we're just gonna talk our shit like we always do. We're gonna talk about our boys. We're gonna talk about the NFL in general. That's what we do, y'all. That's what we do. Whether you like it or you hate it, love it or not. That's what we do, y'all. Over here at the Next Level Sports Lounge. Back at you with another. Feel me? We ain't changing. We ain't changing. And y'all know we gonna come with the panel. We have the panel. You know what I'm saying? We got Dan the Man. We got Momo. We got Randy. We got Oscar. And y'all know we got our boy Blue in the back. Taking care of business back there like always. Shout out to Blue, man. Shout out to Blue. His recovery is going good. He go back to the doctor tomorrow. And he's still here doing his thing. Something that he love and enjoy doing, y'all. Shout out to Blue. I appreciate Blue 1,000%, y'all. He be in the background doing his thing. He be coming with the thumbnails. He be coming with the pitch. He be coming with everything, y'all. Hey, that's the tech guy. That's the tech guy. He's the guy. He's the guy. But y'all know how we start this thing off. Always with something motivational because you never know what somebody might be going through. And we going to always ask, how is everybody doing? How's everybody mentals? Even the chat. Y'all, we're going to get to the chat. But first, I'm going to ask the panel. How's everybody doing today, on tonight? And how's everybody mentals? And then we'll get to the chat. Dan the man, how you doing today? And how's your mentals, my guy?
The mentals have been really good today. I've had a busy day this morning. Went to go see the movie Goat with a buddy of mine. It was a really good movie. I was able to just spend time with the family and whatnot. Got to give a shout out to my younger sister. It's her birthday today, so I got to give her a shout out. You know, she's turning the big 29, so you know how that is and everything. So
happy birthday, Sister Dan.
Thank you. And I can't wait to talk about the Cowboys and what they've been doing this offseason. I cannot wait.
Momo. How's everything going, Momo? How's those mentors over there with you, Momo?
Biggie step.
Momo's not here. Even Unc Jesse, how's everything going over there with you, and how's those mentors over there, my guy?
It was just fine until I got to work 8 o'clock. Come to find out, waited 2 hours for a bus that never showed up. Come to find out, March Madness playing down the street here in Philadelphia. Like, oh, yeah. But I'm home. I'm here. I'm alive, kicking. Glad to be here.
Randy, how's everything going? How's those mentors over there with you, Randy?
Everything's going great. My health is improving. Everything's looking up.
Who else we got? I know we got
Oscar.
Who else we got? Okay, Oscar. You the next up. You the last one up. Oscar, how's everything going over there with you, and how's those mentors, Oscar? Y'all know I try to say Oscar, the last one speakers. Yeah. Always gonna come with some motivational stuff, y'all.
Yeah. Everything good today. Had a long day at work. I'm glad to at least be back, keeps you motivated, keeps you moving. Sitting around doing nothing is not productive day. So when you get something done, it's always productive. And then always nice to come home and finish the day out with family and friends and relax a little bit and talk, whatever you want to talk about. Family first, like I always say, football second, and then whatever people want to talk about, we're here.
Chat. How y'all? How y'all day been going? How y'all night been going? And how are y'all mentals, y'all? How are y'all mentals? Y'all let us know. Put it in the chat how y'all mentals going, y'all. I'm gonna give some shout outs right now to everybody who's here. I think I saw Holly here first on tonight. Holly, what's going on, Holly?
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Holly.
Appreciate you being here and always supporting it. Always, Holly.
Holly, funny.
Comic Flick, what's going on, Comic Flick?
What up, Comic?
Jimbo, what's going on, Jimbo?
What up, Jimbo?
Of course, y'all know we got Oscar
Jimbo
in the house. Let's see, we got Vinny in the house. Let's see, who else we hear? We got Dan in the house. Yeah, I see all these people in the chat. KH, what's going on, KH?
No good.
Let's see. My wife said, Vinny, why aren't you on? Logan, what's up, my guy? What's going on, Logan? Logan, y'all know Logan is our guy, man. Logan's family here.
What up, Logan?
He's family. Y'all know. Kid Cowboy, what's going on? What's going on? CZ, what's going on, CZ?
CZ.
Let's see. I'm gonna make sure I get to everybody who's here. Logan said his mentals is all right. That's good, Logan. Keep it that way. We here as a family. We work together. So we're gonna keep it that way. Good one, Logan. Ultra. What's going on,
Ultra?
Let's see. We got a newcomer here. This is my first time seeing Q Wally.
What up?
757. What's going on, my guy?
What up, Q Wally? Welcome
you
in.
Being here. And I hope I said your name right. And if I did, charge it to my mind and not my heart, okay? Always. Y'all, I know I've been slacking a little bit, y'all. Y'all got to excuse me. It's a lot of things going on right now in the process of moving. This week, no, next week will be my last week here in Longview, Texas. It will be my last week at my job. I got a promotion with my job and transferring to Tyler, Texas. So it's a lot that's been going on. I'm trying to get some things together and trying to get some things done, along with extra money because we spend a lot of money in moving and all this stuff, hiring movers and all this stuff. So y'all, it's been a lot going on, and of course, y'all know about my wife being pregnant. So we're just trying to maintain and able to do what we possibly can. And I just been putting in extra work, and she's been doing her thing in her boutique. So I'm gonna bring more. It's more content coming, y'all. I got some things lined up, y'all, and things that I'm working towards for the family here. Y'all in the chat, I'm trying to line some things up. To where I'm having looking to have special guests on the show, and it's gonna be when I do have the special guests on, it's gonna be like a 20 or 30-minute thing, and I'm not gonna have everybody on the panel during that time. It will be me and that special guest, and after that special guest leaves, I will have everybody that's on the panel to come in. That's only fair to the special guests, you know what I'm saying, that I'm working towards having here. Because I don't want to have everybody having questions or everybody dropping out during the time that we're having this special guest on. So I just want to be fair to the special guest, and I want to be fair to the audience, y'all. So these are things that I'm working towards, and it will help build the channel even more because it's built. You know, this channel is building, y'all. This channel is growing fast, and it's not building, it's not growing just because of me. It's growing because of the environment, the family that we've created here on this channel, y'all. And we appreciate everybody, to whether you're a Cowboys fan or whether you're a Eagles fan or 49ers fan or Buffalo Bills. It doesn't matter what team you love. You're able to come in here, you're able to speak whatever you feel dealing with your team, long as it's not personal. We invite it here on this channel, y'all. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate everybody. And now that we've got those mentals and everything, y'all, we're gonna talk about some things. We got some things lined up to talk about on tonight. And I'm gonna tell you now, if you don't want to hear it, then hey, maybe tonight's show is not for you. But we try to bring the best that we possibly can when it's dealing with information, when it's dealing with the NFL or the Cowboys. Yeah, y'all know when y'all come into a Cowboy stream, we're going to talk about the Cowboys. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. So, I've talked to the panel. We always talk. What's going on, Eagles Collective? What's going on, Warren? Warren in the chat. And I will say this too. Let me say this because I need to see it. So I do a show. I do live stream at least maybe at least three times a week. I do live streams. So I'm telling everybody, every Monday I will have guests in, whether it's people from other podcasts like Warren, like Leo, Drew. On every Monday, they're gonna come onto the Next Level Sports Lounge. That's the thing that I've set for the certain guests and channels and podcasters to come in to where we can talk, collaborate, and talk football together. So that will be every Monday. Every Monday, y'all. Other fans are able to come in and we be able to collab and talk football, you know. Low Eagle, what's going on, my guy? Low Eagle said, Lord in the panel, what's good? Fly Eagles fly.
Wow. What up, Low Eagle?
Jimbo, what's good? But we heard some things dealing with certain players, dealing with the Cowboys. And we've talked about it. But so y'all know where we're at to the chat. the Cowboys were interested in Devin Lloyd at one point in time and just didn't want to pay him the money. Dan said once before, it's not. How could it even be possible that certain all these players that was out there couldn't fit our scheme? Vinny mentioned it also, but Dan did bring it to our attention, and I mean, a lot of people don't like hearing it when it comes to Cowboy fans, but we gotta trust. This is how I feel. I'm just trusting the process. The big names that we feel they should go get might not be the big names that they actually want to get. Just because we wanted them, don't mean that Christian Parker wanted them. But I feel that Christian Parker has some gems that he's brought in, and we're gonna talk a lot about those gems. We're gonna talk about the players in the draft that they're looking at heavily, but we most definitely gonna talk about those certain gems. And I'm not talking about Rashawn Gary. I'm not talking about Jalen Thompson. I'm speaking about players like Kobe Durant, and PJ Locke, and also Tito. His nickname is Tito. That's what we call him because guess what? I can't pronounce his name. You know what I'm saying? So his nickname is Tito. But those are the things and topics that we're going to talk about on tonight, along with other topics, you know. So I'm going to start with Dan. Dan, you tell me how you feel about, do you look at these players that I just mentioned as being gems, or do you think that it's another year that we just picking in free agency, just any players just to fill a roster? How you feel about it?
Well, I think it's going to help I think it's going to help us long term in these signings because I feel like that 2026 is probably not going to be the year for us to go for it. It might be 2027 in terms of looking for young talent, since we know that this draft is pretty much in the weakest stages of this year, since 2027 is supposed to be very massive. And as far as free agency goes, it's been very weak to this point. Obviously, like you said before, Lloyd, the players that we wanted to go after, they did try to go after him, but they got outbid. And when you get outbid, you just lose the battle. And like I've always said before, if you're going to be able to get a high-priced free agent, you're going to have to pay the piper. And so far, the Joneses have not been able to pay the piper. They're just staying to what they believe, and that's staying in the cheap value-wise. And that's the reason why that I know that most Cowboy fans are very upset about at the end. But at the same time, I want to trust the process and what Christian Parker is trying to build. Because like you said, it's probably going to take a 2-year process at the end.
Randy, how you feel about it?
I feel good in ways, and then other ways I'm a little bit nervous about it because when you have players that you let get away because of $2 million, we could have had a Lloyd at middle, at linebacker for $2 million more, and sometimes I'm not understanding how he can't fit this system. So, I mean, I have good things about Parker being there and doing the things he wants to do, but I don't want to wait 2 or 3 years. We've waited 30 years. I want to win now. I mean, there's things that if this defense can at least get from 32 to maybe 15, and we can play with anybody with the offense we have. So that's what I think. I think I'm not going to give up this year because of certain things. I want to win now. I'm tired of losing.
Hey, man, we can't not agree with what Randy said. I mean, I agree with him wholeheartedly. Let's go, Oscar.
Want me to go next?
Yeah.
Well, I agree with we could have did a little bit more. This is my opinion. I know I'm beating a dead dog, but I feel we could have did a little bit more, put ourselves in a better position. as much as I'm on the panel, I also read the chats. And, Ultra brought up a great point the other day. And he didn't, if we would have just did a little bit more on defense and not just go and just spend money just because there's a name brand out there, it would have gave us more options on offense. I know he's in love with Lemon. I would love Lemon in the first round because then it gives us more options with Pickens. He didn't, by him not getting certain plays. This is just my opinion. I could be totally wrong, and I am trusting the process. I do think they're building it the right way. But to me, I'm always a believer. You got to leave your options open. And by him not even going to get one linebacker, again, my opinion, I could be totally wrong, would have left us open to go get whoever we wanted at 12. If Lemon is there, if Love is there, if that offensive lineman for Miami is there, we could have got anybody. And right now we have no choice. So now if all these great players are gone, I don't want them reaching at 12 and at 20. I'm watching some of the mock drafts, not that they're, you can't take them serious because you're going to have they got us reaching at 12 and 20. And that's not what we wanted to do. We should have been in a position to pick best player available. If Sadiq was there, get him. If Love, Lemon, offensive lineman, it don't matter. Just like last year, we all wanted Genti. We all wanted Genti. And when we took Booker, we were like, what the hell? Randy was the only one that was happy when we got Booker. Everybody else wanted this one, even though Genti was gone, but we all wanted Genti. But we got Booker. So give us that option to go and get whoever we want. I don't feel we have that option now. We have to go defense. We got to go linebacker, cornerback, and, I could be totally wrong. Like Ultra said, they could pick Lemon at 12, and they can pick offensive lineman at 20. Who knows with the Joneses? But it would be nice to have that option. That's all I'm saying. And by doing this, you're limiting yourself. And then, that's what I'm saying.
And I agree with y'all. Excuse me, because I'm over here. And I agree with you wholeheartedly. I do feel that he did get some gems in this free agency that's going to help this defense more than what we think or what we expect. And do I feel like it's some more to be done? Yeah, of course. I feel like they can do some more. We still got plenty of time, though. In our eyes, they're taking too long. Do I feel like that they could have got Devin Lloyd? Of course. Quay Walker? Of course. I wasn't big on the Kobe Dean, but they could have gotten the Kobe Dean? Of course. But at the same time, I mean, I look at it, I'm trusting the process. And I ain't never been able to say this about no defensive coordinator that we've brought in. I had to see it. I was like, I was nervous. Eberflus, Zimmer, even Dan Quinn. Once I saw what happened with him in Atlanta, I was nervous about all of it. But Dan Quinn did change the defense. So when he changed that defense, I was happy for it. But we can stop the run at the same time. But I liked it. But I think it's more to come. I think it's some more things up their sleeve, and I'm just gonna be patient with the process. That's all I can do is be patient with the process, because I can't say that I like the hire when it comes to Christian Parker and not be willing to be patient with the process. I have to be patient with the process. That's how I look at it. Everybody might. I'm not saying I'm not trying to sway anybody to my side on to feel the way I feel, but this is just the way I feel. That's why we allow everybody to speak their minds when it comes to the team. Like I tell you all the time, we do not always agree with each other, but we all want one thing, and that's for the Cowboys to win. Right, panel? We all want the Cowboys to win.
Yeah, I agree with I agree with this 100%.
Nope.
Because you're not only looking to win now, but you're also looking to win for the future as well. Because remember, we only have like at least 7 picks next year as well. So, and when you're dealing with that draft class in 2027, that's going to be the cream of the crop. Whereas this draft class is going to be very weak, but there's going to be a lot of defensive players in this draft. So I think if you're Dallas, you got to be able to come away with at least 3 to 4 top 100 players in this draft. Because if you don't, then it's basically going to be a failure in my eyes.
Anybody got something to say behind Dan on what he just said?
Like I said, guys, and I repeat, neutral, being neutral here on Giants. Y'all should have struck the iron when it was hot the first day. That way you get rid of the needs, and then you have the luxury in the draft to pick up the ones you think you want that you actually can get. Y'all should have struck that. Remember what Jerry said? We're going to make a big splash. You should have done in the first round like my team did. We got likely expensive, but took care of a need that we really needed. But let's see. It's the draft, and then you free agencies until later dates, and whoever comes out in June is a cut. You could probably pick them up, but I still think you should have smashed that iron at the first day. My opinion.
Well, he did more than what Jesse. I ain't gonna even say that. I ain't gonna say that. All right, okay. Randy, you got something to say on that?
Yeah, I'll say this. I think that what they got the players they probably did on the first day that they actually wanted. I believe that they're going to use the draft now to get 2 or 3 players. Because you're looking at your two first rounds and your third round and maybe your fourth round. So if you can get 3 good solid players out of that, then on June the 1st, that's when they can strike the freaking a hammer again and maybe hit one of the players that's coming out after June the 1st. It's going to be June 1st cuts. So I think they're going about it the right way. I just, it's hard having patience when we haven't, did well in the last 30 years. So I think that we're headed in the right direction.
What do you think, Oscar?
No, I agree. I don't have a problem with them building the nice and slow the way they're doing. I was the first one to say I wish we didn't have to spend $1 on for any of these free agents. I mean, but we needed them, so we had to. I would rather save my money and my picks for next year, but we needed to fill them in. But if you're going to do that, all I'm saying is one linebacker. I understand Lloyd. He had one good year, and the other 2 guys wanted to play together on the Raiders, so we lost out. I understand. I got no problem with that. But I'm saying, doesn't mean, again, it's just my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. If we would have went and got maybe another player on defense, 2, maybe even 1, give me 1, then I believe it would have gave us more options on offense. Because now, if we go into this draft and they pick Lemon and that tackle from Miami, I will be very happy. But now what happens to our defense? What happens to our defense? We didn't do enough for it. I don't even know if we can compete with this defense. So I would be very happy with Lemon, Love, give me that Cooper, the wide receiver that Ultra keeps talking about. I watched video on TikTok. Oh, yes, I watched tape on him yesterday. He's great. After Ultra, put me up to it. I watched tape on him. There's Sadiq. I would take Sadiq. This way I can cut freaking Ferguson next year. But I don't know if we have that option. So if we go offense, like some people are saying, I have no problem with that. But then what is that going to do for our defense? Did we do enough to compete with what we have on defense? I don't think so. That's just, again, my opinion. I do not think so. We did.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
Logan has a question for the panel. Lloyd.
Question for the panel: Who will the Cowboys draft? Whoa, my bad. Go ahead.
Who will draft in the first round?
Well, I will want either Sonny Styles or Caleb Downs. More than likely, Sonny Styles, because we need that middle linebacker. And if we can't get Sonny Styles, if he's gone, then I'm moving to the next option to where we could get Caleb Downs or Mansour Delane at 12th pick, and at 20th pick, I would be willing to take CJ Allen. That's what I would be willing to do. I'm a big CJ Allen fan. I'm a fan of Jacob Rodriguez, and I watched a lot of tape on Josiah Trotter, and he plays like his head is on fire. So, but they're not going to take a Josiah Trotter in the at the 20th pick, or I don't think they will even take Jacob Rodriguez at the 20th pick. I do believe that they would take CJ Allen at the 20th pick. But I'll let y'all give what y'all feel about in the first round to answer Logan's question. Dan.
Well, I think for me, for the 12th pick, I really like Mansour Delane out of LSU. I feel like that he's the best defensive back in this draft, in my personal opinion, because the way that he covers, it's exceptional. And I feel like that him and his size would be really good for us in the 3-4 scheme that Parker wants to run. You know, if you put him on the best receiver, he's going to stick to that guy and not get beat. The only downside with him is that he does have short arms, and we know that in the past the Cowboys do not like short arm players. But in Christian Parker's system, he does not care about short arms. As long as you're able to go cover and make a play, you're going to play in this system. And I do think that there's another guy out there as well I do like CJ Allen out of Georgia. I think he does have a little bit of a great memory as well because of the inside linebackers coach that we got in Duribe, who was actually at their pro day and actually looking at him. So
Okay.
I do think that there are some options for us in this draft. It just determines on who we pick.
Okay, Lloyd, can you do me a favor? Can you read Ultra's comment? Because this is what I've been saying for a month already.
No, one before that, Blue. The one that
The
you
one
had
with-
before that.
Yeah, this one.
Audrey said CJ Allen is a bust waiting to happen, not fluid, and will get tore up in coverage.
I sent that video out today to you guys.
Other than Sonny Styles, what other linebacker will not get? Because Jacob Rodriguez, he'll get tore up in coverage too. Josiah Trotter, he'll get tore up in coverage too.
Yeah, but you know what, Lloyd? We're not saying they're not good players, but to reach for them at 12 and 20, that's the problem I have. You know, if you got them in the 3rd round or 4th or 5th, you know, I'll deal with that. I'll get CJ Allen in the 3rd or 4th or 5th or a Rodriguez in the 3rd. But to reach for them at 12, those are premium picks. You got to get players in those picks. So to reach for an Allen at 20, or I watched TJ Parker at 20, that's like ludicrous to me. Again, my opinion. I could be totally wrong, and these guys could be Hall of Fame. I don't know. It's nice to discuss and nice, have different opinions so we can, have a talk.
And you're right, because
that's my problem. Reaching.
You're right, because I feel, me personally, I feel CJ Allen is going to be a great player. I feel like Jacob Rodriguez is going to be a great player, just depending on the scheme and the team that they go to. Of course, so let me ask this question. Mm-hmm. So if we say that CJ Allen, because I see what Audrey said, I know that he's not good in coverage, but I also know that they're talking about getting Bobby Wagner, who is the worst in coverage at middle linebacker. So would you be willing to take a chance on Bobby Wagner, or would you be willing to bring in if we don't have any middle linebackers other than Shamar James and Demarion Overshown? So if after the 12th pick, who are you willing to get, or are you willing to wait to the 3rd round to bring in a middle linebacker if Sonny Styles is gone at 12?
I
That's a
can
great
give you
question.
I'll give you a name that I like, and that's Anthony Hill out of Texas. I think he's better
Like
than
him.
CJ Allen. I'll be honest with you. He's faster than CJ Allen, and he's a little bit better in coverage than CJ Allen.
I you hit the nail right on the coffin, Randy. I've always liked Anthony Hill. I think he is a great player in coverage. I think him and Obershone would be the Texas, like we always say here in Texas, it'd be like the Texas two-step in
Hmm.
terms of the duos.
You
But
you could
it would be nice to get him, though. It would be nice.
well, you could trade back your 20th pick into the second round if you had to, or trade back and get a second round pick and pick up Hill. He's not going to be picked probably before about number 40 in the draft anyway. So if you can get above 40, then you're okay. You can go get Hill and have another pick.
Yeah, I could see that too.
So Ultra said, Lord, Cowboys love Harold Perkins Jr.
That's what I heard too.
I haven't seen much on Harold Perkins. I probably need to go back and watch them. I've seen certain things about when it comes to Anthony Hill. But I watched. This week I woke up and went to sleep looking at Josiah Trotter. So I'm gonna do the same thing with Anthony Hill because I didn't do that with Anthony Hill. So I might need to go check that out. Because if he's good in coverage, how is he in run defense?
He plays well. He plays well. He plays well as good as Allen as run defense. That's why I picked him. There's another guy that you might want to look out for in the second round if the Cowboys can get him, and that's Malachi Lawrence, the edge out of
Oh
UCF.
yeah.
I really like that dude. I watched tape on him. He is a monster
That's
as far as
Dan's
an
guy.
edge.
That's Dan guy. Dan been talking about him
That's
for
my
the longest.
guy right there. I have always liked Malachi Lawrence out of UCF.
Yes.
The kid can get off the ground quickly. That's
Mhm.
what I want in an edge rusher. I
Mhm.
want a guy that's going to be ferocious.
And
I
he's
want this guy to be fearless. I want this guy to go after the quarterback and put him on the ground and say, "You're not going to get up from the ground." That's who I want right there.
And to be honest with you, he's rising up the boards. He may be in the first round before the draft gets here. I'm telling you right now.
I agree.
Yeah, Dan been telling me about every time we talk. Dan been talking about Lawrence for the longest. So I told him I need to go watch film and tape on him. So
I have been, and the kid is an absolute monster.
Ultra said Randy Lawrence is going top 25 according to Dane Brugler. Yeah, I'm country, so if I ain't say his name right, oh well. But he
That's all
said
right, bro.
6'4", 253 that ran. He ran a 4.5. He did run a 4.5.
That's impressive.
Me and Dan were talking about that today.
Mm-hmm.
A 4.5 and a 40-yard dash. That's
And
impressive.
he gets off the ball quickly.
Oof.
He may be a guy we look at 20. I'm telling you right now.
If he's there at 20, I would definitely consider it. Even though that we don't do well. Even though the last time we drafted an edge rusher, that was Micah. So.
And the only reason you got him because he dropped for some reason, or else you would never have gotten him. Eagles should have gotten him.
Comic said, I usually cross my fingers for players I like to drop to us on draft night, Lord, and it works most of the time. Well, hell, I need Sonny Styles to drop to us, and I'm gonna cross my fingers. That's what I'm gonna do, because that would if we're able to get Sonny Styles first, but if not Sonny Styles, then Mansour Delane or Caleb Downs, and they say McCoy is better than Mansour Delane. But the thing about McCoy, we ain't seen him in a year and 4 or 5 months. That's the thing about him. We ain't seen him.
Yeah. And the biggest thing about that is that he's coming off of an ACL tear. And remember, Shavon Revel was coming off of an ACL tear in college himself. And we heard that he was wearing a knee brace. And I'm like, well, that's just terrible. Hopefully this upcoming year he gets rid of that knee brace. Hopefully.
Oh no, he's not playing with that knee brace. You can guarantee Christian
Yeah.
Parker is not finna allow him to play with that knee brace on.
No, he shouldn't need the knee brace now.
That was
take
just
that,
to build his confidence up. That was all to build his confidence up.
You need to take that training wheel off him. Then you take that training wheel off him. Time for him to ride.
I think Shavon Revel is gonna be a good ass corner. I think I like his instincts. I like how he moves. I like everything about Shavon Revel, but he had that injury, and I'm glad that he got a chance to play this past season because he got that under his belt now. Now you can take that fucking knee brace off, throw that shit in the garbage, and go to work. Go to fucking work. I like the fact that even though somebody put in the chat, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Hamid. I'm glad you're here, Hamid. I'm glad you came out the woodworks and you actually showed your face because I ain't seen you since football season on this channel because you've been hiding since we came. What you mentioned in the chat when we came back and beat y'all, and you was like in the chat.
You went on the land.
Yeah, you just put it out there like whose secondary was that y'all came back on, and you said it was Christian Parker. Now you downgrading Christian Parker because you saying that we came back, but what about the other games that y'all played with Christian Parker? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I mean, we like the fact that we got Christian Parker. Shout out to Linda. Appreciate you being here too, Linda. Linda always come in. She gonna talk her shit, y'all, but she come
Welcome,
with facts
Linda.
too at the same time.
Nah, Linda, good people.
Yeah.
Ooh, Uncle Charles in the house, Lloyd.
Uncle Charles, what's going on? Who is Uncle Charles?
He was on Brian's channel. He had that
I remember
speech.
seeing that name. I remember seeing that name. So yeah, but to what I was saying, like a lot of, I ain't gonna say certain fans or certain people. A lot of people are down playing the Christian Parker hire, but everybody was up playing the Christian Parker hire when he was with the Eagles. So when you say what you're saying about we came back on a Christian Parker secondary, we came back on a Vic Fangio secondary because he was the defensive coordinator, right? So we came back on him too, but you happy to have Vic Fangio, right? So don't just say that it was we came back on a Christian Parker secondary because it was your whole defensive staff. It was your whole defensive staff for us to be able to do that because we ran the ball and we was passing the ball, and put it on your offensive coordinator too and your head coach because they couldn't do shit. They didn't do nothing in the second half. So you can't just put it on that. Jumbo said, Lord, would you be interested in kicking the tires on Christian Wilkins?
Ooh, interesting.
Well, I do
Interesting.
remember recalling that when our defensive tackle room was so weak, I did actually wanted him. But after I heard the rumors about him kissing dudes on the foreheads, I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Way to go, Dan. You don't want nobody in the locker room kissing nobody on the forehead, right? I feel you on that, Dan.
No,
You're jealous. You're jealous.
I don't want that in my locker room. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You're jealous, Dan.
I feel you on that. He ain't jealous. I feel you on that, Dan.
I don't want that. Sorry.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I wouldn't want that neither. Okay, Blue. It's good to know. I'm glad yeah. So we don't have to switch it. I text you. My bad. I text you. Holly said, but how does Wilkins play though?
We're good.
Well,
We're actually doing pretty good right now.
So
pretty good.
the career of Christian Wilkins has actually been really, really decent, really good for him. I mean,
He has been playing well.
he's been playing really well. I know that when he was in Miami, he had really good years for them.
Wait a minute, Dan. I want you to finish. But let me. I'm finna give you a chance to finish. But it's somebody that I ain't seen in the chat. James, go to James Blue. I think that's his name, James. James said, "Dallas, welcome to the channel, James. We're glad you're here.
Welcome aboard, James.
Supporting the channel. He said Dallas defense will be better because CP will be on them boys like Bill Parcells. I think like I don't know if y'all ever watched D'Amico Ryans on the sideline when he came to the 49ers as a defensive coordinator. That's how I look at Christian Parker being as a defensive coordinator. Even as a head coach with D'Amico Ryans. You see the intensity. You see him involved. I want when the refs don't call a play or they call a bad throw a bad flag. I want my coaches running down the goddamn field like what the fuck are you doing?
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. But my bag, Dan. Before I go any further, go on finish what you're saying.
Read Ultra's comment.
So what I was saying about Christian Wilkins is that I'm okay with having him for only a 1-year rental, but I'm not okay with him having a 2-year rental because, again, like I said before, if we're trying to get younger and everything, why do we need more veteran players? Because, like I said before, it would be better to have a mix of veteran and young talent on a roster, not just having just young players all around. But if you can get veteran players to mix with the young talent, then it's okay. So in that instance, I would look at Christian Wilkins, but I would be cautious.
Can't judge a person.
I don't want him. Christian Wilkins? No, I don't want him.
You see what Ultra said, right?
What did Ultra say? I'm trying to go
Well, he
back.
said that when he was in Vegas, that one of the people in the press area told him that he's a little nuts and he grabbed Max Crosby's private area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that too. I've heard other incidents like that. You know, I don't want that in my locker room.
No. Send him to the Giants.
Why are you throwing me under the bus there, fool?
Not you.
Yeah, my Giants. Hello? Nah, we don't want them. Just fine. Send them to the Jets.
Hold on, Jesse. I thought you were a Cowboy fan. That's what I thought.
That's a good spot.
You're not a Cowboy fan, Jesse?
I see.
Oh, confused. Sorry, I was confused.
No.
I was confused.
No. No.
No.
So is Uncle Charles?
It's out of love, Logan. Out of love.
Uncle Charles a Cowboys fan?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Did I mention Bleed Blue?
Clemente?
Yeah, Clemente.
Oh, this is Clemente. Okay.
Yeah,
I forget.
Me too. I forget. They change. Sometimes the names change.
Thank you guys. Please make sure as you guys insult me in the chat, please hit the likes for this man. He is like for the channel, please.
What's
Appreciate
going on,
it.
Rhonda? What's going on, Rhonda? Shout out to my wife, y'all. I have to always shout my wife out.
Sis.
She's the biggest supporter of this channel. And she's the mother of this channel, y'all. She's the mother of this channel. So it's always shout out to the wifey.
What up, everybody?
Hey, CZ, what's going on, man?
What up? Jesse, Cowboys fan?
Uh-huh.
He had a Philadelphia shirt on the other day.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
It
he?
he
was
Okay,
did.
very good.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
It said
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. It was
Not
green
nothing.
hoodie.
Where do I live at? Philadelphia was St. Patrick's Day. All right.
It was
I'm
green.
sticking to that
Kelly
story.
Yeah.
Stop
Green
playing.
dancing with the leprechauns.
Oh yeah, I was Mick Montanez after I got out of there. Mick Montanez after the job for a while, a few hours. Went to the bar.
What's good, Ricardo?
What up, Ricardo?
Y'all know this my guy from work.
From work,
Ricardo,
yeah.
what's good, Ricardo? Y'all, we be having. Hey, I'm tell y'all something. I wouldn't be surprised if my area managers don't come in, my guy, because he be talking sports too. He be talking basketball and football. So yeah, I gave him the channel, so I'm waiting to see his face. I'm waiting to see it. Well, not his face, but I'm waiting to see him in the chat.
Oh shit.
My boss. But yeah. I think we good. I got Dan got some things that he want to show. What's good, Leo? What's good, Leo?
So Leo,
Leo,
Hey, Leo.
what up?
Ronda assist.
Yep, I already shout out Rhonda, and I appreciate the gift that you gave me and the wifey for the baby. I shout out to everybody that's been sending gifts for the baby, y'all. We greatly appreciate it. And y'all might hear me say this over and over again, but I don't give a damn if y'all get tired of me saying it. We appreciate you guys in the chat, in the panel. We appreciate you guys. We really do appreciate you guys. And we appreciate the family that we've built here, you know. But Dan, let's start showing some of the things that you got for us, Dan.
All right. So I want to take a look at some of these players that we got in free agency. Anybody besides Jalen Thompson, because we know what we're going to get from him. Because we know that Jalen Thompson is good. We want to talk about PJ Locke and Kobe Durant. Now with PJ Locke, if you look at the numbers for him, if you look at these numbers right here, he's actually had a decent career for the most part. He's been very healthy, and if you look at it, 2025, he had a solid year overall, but he's more of a he can play in a 3-4 scheme, but he's a very, very good tackler, just like Jalen Thompson is. But I feel like with PJ, I think he can play in the nickel for us if we wanted him to. And if you look at his career throughout the last few years, it's been really solid for him, you know, and he's basically a very good guy. And when we talked about with him, he was saying in the presser, saying like, look, you know, he said in the presser, he says, look, it took me a while, but I've come a long way. And I believe that Christian Parker is going to have the best system for me. And in terms of what he said, I think he's going to be a good player for us. And I think he's going to be a solid role player. And if you look over on these highlights, I'm about to show you, you can see
Come with it,
background.
Dan. Come with it, Dan.
So if we look here, as we get this up and running here,
the reason it might be lagging a little bit, y'all, because I'm under a format of 1080p. Everybody might not be up under that format, so
yeah,
I think I might end up changing it back to 720. But you can see what he's trying to show. Go ahead, Dan.
Right, but you can see. So if you look at these highlights over here, and this is where PJ Locke is being positioned at. He's going to be covering the tight ends. And what you see here is that he's disrupting every play that he is given. Oh, now I got to get there.
Take your time, buddy. Take your time.
Kind of give it just a little. There we go. So then he's obviously in the playoff game when they were playing against the Bills. And then off, and there you see him with that interception right there over the top. And then you see
That was
right here when
crazy.
he's covering. I know it. And he was over the top as well. Look at that coverage. And he just jumped right in front of the receiver as well. Jumped right in front of him. Right in front of him. And this was when they were playing the Packers. And see, he can go up against the very good tight ends as well. And they'll take a look here on this side angle. And you see that he's going up against Tucker Kraft, and he's playing press man on him. And there you see him playing against the Chargers. And again, he's covering the tight ends. But if you can play him in the nickel and he's coming in the pressure, he's coming in at least to go either get a sack or at least playing back and go cover the tight end. And then this is when he was playing against the Jaguars. And there you see him right over there just stuffing the run. And that's a safety coming in from the box. That's pretty impressive as what coming from PJ. Very, very impressive.
So what y'all feel about what Dan is showing so far?
Good job, Dan.
Outstanding, Dan.
He's doing an outstanding job. He's doing a great job.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
I think he's very underrated.
So-
I think he's gonna be better for us than everybody thinks. That's what I believe.
What you got to say about PJ Locke, Randy?
My backyard in Port Arthur, Texas. And so I'm aware of him. I saw him in high school. He was damn good in high school. Don't mean nothing now, but I think he's going to be an upgrade in a couple of ways. He's a very good cover person. He can play the slot too, so that's a good thing too.
Right. And you can see from these highlights here, he's basically going to be two things. He's going to either be covering the tight end. Well, there's a few things, obviously. But he's obviously going to also be pressuring after the quarterback as well. Because if you let him come in down the safety, he's going to go after that quarterback and be an edge rusher. And that's pretty solid. And remember who used to do that a lot, too, when he was here. And that was Donovan Wilson. Donovan Wilson can hit hard. But if P.J. Locke can hit this hard, oh, my gosh, it's pretty impressive.
And the difference between PJ Locke and Donovan Wilson, PJ Locke can cover. Donovan Wilson can cover your 2-year-old grandbaby. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So with that being said, with the highlights we've seen, so how do y'all really feel about when it comes to P? I saw Vinny say that he's also a special teams player, which is good for us. But I think PJ Locke is going to get a lot of playing time. And in the different multiple schemes and fronts that we're going to run, I think he's going to get a lot of playing time. What y'all feel about PJ Locke?
I agree with you, Lloyd. I think he's going to get more time than people believe. If you remember, our special teams were horrible. So I think it's going to be an upgrade to the special teams, too.
Anybody
It's
else?
all about the scheme, guys. It's all
On
about the
PJ Locke?
scheme.
Oscar, you got something to say
You
about
got
it?
Yes, I was a little down on when we got him, but now, seeing what Dan just put out there, which was a great job by him, because that's hard. That's not easy to do. Is what I'm starting to see from Parker, and I'm trying. That's why I'm being a little bit more patient than I was 2 weeks ago and a week ago. Is because I think he's trying to bring in some, maybe not the best player, maybe not the big name out there, but smart players. Smart players. I know how to play football. Maybe he was not that great in Denver or wherever he came from. But like Randy says, he was great in college. I mean, in high school, and so he's got the pedigree. And maybe with a good with a good coordinator, maybe he can reach his potential. And it's like a guy that you got for 1 year, and you see what he can do. If he can help you and he's smart, he can do what he has to do, then he'll stay. If not, that's why some people don't like those 1 year rentals. Right now, we don't know what we have. We don't know what CP is going to be able. Christian Parker is going to be able to do. It's a first year call defense. So to go and spend all this money on these high end defensive players for somebody where it's going to be new to everybody, I'm okay with that. Not doing that. So to bring in these smarter players and then see what he has, and then let him build it. Let him build it on his own time. Because, he's got a good pedigree. He did a great job in Philadelphia. He did a great job with a lot of cornerbacks, Surtain and all these other players. So, I'm starting to be a little bit more patient with what I'm seeing, because I know it's being done the right way. And just the plays he's bringing in, that, they're not the best plays, but they're smart, hungry plays that hit hard and do their job. They're not afraid to get in there, make a tackle, and they don't make business decisions. They play football. They're football players. So that's what I'm starting to see. So sometimes, we all get caught up in the names, including me. And I'm glad maybe that there's a reason why maybe he didn't. So, and that's a good thing, let's just give him a little time and see what he can produce. And then, still got the draft, and then you still got June 1st. And then we'll see what this team looks like in September. And then got to let them produce on the field. And then we'll take it from there. So I believe we're doing okay.
Hey, Blue, pull back up.
Yeah, what's up, everybody?
What up, Rock?
Hey,
What's
Rob.
up, Ashley? What's up, Rhonda? How you guys doing?
Go back.
Just got out of poker.
Go back.
Won first place.
Go back to.
Oh, okay. So you give me in the barrel.
Ultras, yeah.
Not bad.
Y'all. Rock dismissed us to go play poker, y'all.
Come on. I mean, I didn't do so bad this month. I did fourth, third, first place today.
How many played? About 3?
No, there's 40 something people today. What up, comic?
What's up, Rock?
So
what up, Vinny? I mean, what up, Blue?
Looking at what Ultra said, PJ Locke would be to CP what J. Ron Curse was to Dan Quinn. I wholeheartedly agree with that. PJ Locke would be just like J. Ron Curse, but a better cover, a nickel player or in the box player. Like these tight ends that thought they can get away with certain things is not going to happen when it comes to PJ Locke and Kobe Durant, who we're going to talk about next. But I agree with you what Ultra said. I agree with what Ultra said. And Rock, you just got here and we've been talking about PJ Locke. Tell us how you feel about PJ Locke.
So the videos that I've seen, I mean, he looked pretty solid. So, I mean, if he definitely can contribute to what we're doing, and obviously Parker got him for a reason. So there must be a reason that he's here. So I think he's going to do good. I mean, there's only one way to go, and it's up. So, I mean, I'm liking the way Parker's doing his thing. He's, grabbing his players. He thinks that's going to fit his scheme. So I think so far, what I've seen in the video, it's not bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I want to point out a thing here. Parker is not getting the best players in the world, but what he's getting is players that knows his system. Meaning that if we add 2 or 3 players to the system that's going to have to learn, maybe as a team they'll play better together and they'll improve together over the year. Otherwise, it probably is going to be next year. But honestly, I like the way he's doing his thing, picking the players that he wants. He got rid of Odigizua, but he got a guy as big as a house in
Man,
place
big
of
as
him.
a house. Yeah.
So they made the defensive line even bigger, which I love because that's going to stop the run better. And if he gets these players that are used to his system, it's not going to take them 2 or 3 years to learn. They already know the system. So that allows the team to be a little better over players that doesn't know the system at all.
Dan, look at your text message. And I agree with Randy. What
Yeah, I agree with him too.
Oscar, you want to piggyback on what Randy said?
No, I agree. It's he's bringing people that know the system. So I just don't want everybody to get overwhelmed. Saying, "Oh, we're going to turn it completely around this year." That's a difficult thing to do. I know Seattle did it. The Eagles did it. We've done it. We went from 30th to 7th. No, we've done it. In 2020, we were ranked 30th, and then next year we were ranked 7th. So it can be done. Let's give them time, and I believe it will happen. I just don't want everybody to think, okay, it's going to happen tomorrow, this year, and we're going to go 12. I'm hoping it does, and I see we're going in that direction. Let's just be patient. Let him build his team. He's got the draft, like you said. We got plenty of time. We got Pickens after the draft. So we made a big splash after the draft. So for people that think it's over and we're not going to get anybody. That's not necessarily true. It's not necessarily that it might happen either. It might not happen at all. But, there's options out there. And I'm pretty sure they're going to do the due diligence. If Christian there's somebody out there that gets cut or that he believes can help this team, he'll get them. So, I'm like I said, I'm starting, I listen to the chat. I listen to when people come in and give their opinions. It's not always my opinion or you guys' opinion because, it's just opinions. So you try to, listen to other people's opinions when Ultra comes in here, when certain people come in here, and you take a little bit from everybody and you try to make sense of it all. That's what what Cowboy fans try to do. Other people for their teams try to do the same thing. And, it's starting to make more sense. Little by little, I'm starting to be a little bit more confident. We've been through so much in the last 30 years. And last year with this terrible defense we had, giving up 31 points a game. It's like when you scored a touchdown, you weren't even excited anymore because you knew you were going to give up a touchdown. So, I can understand why I feel the way. I'm a little hesitant, but I'm seeing this being built the right way. And if it takes a little bit, I'm just going to have to be patient with it. I mean, I have no choice to begin with, but, but it's going the right direction. And I agree with Randy. It might not take that long because they are players that know the system. So not everybody's got to learn the system, so that's a plus.
Shout out to Tay Cowboy. Appreciate you coming in, Tay Cowboy, who's always in. Her and Rhonda always in. Her, Rhonda, and my wife are the women that's always here, along with Linda, and Laura. Those are women that be in here all the time, y'all. We appreciate the women coming in, showing the support to the channel, y'all. We appreciate the women. Jay Croggins, I've never seen him, so appreciate you being here. Christian Parker, I want you back. I want you back for the Eagles. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
Quick question for you, Lloyd.
Go ahead.
Has my trolling sons been here?
Wow, that was terrible. I couldn't believe that. That was funny shit.
I think they've been here because I saw a Darren and that said some crazy stuff. So I looked at that as being so
they got me. Yeah.
Shout out to Rock Sons. They came in and they was trolling, they was joking, they was trolling. So shout out to his sons, y'all. Shout out to his sons.
Yeah. Good job.
So what else did you guys talk about? Because Anything else besides, the safety? PJ
well,
Locke, whatever. Is anybody else you guys talk about?
no, we ain't got to the other people yet.
Oh, okay.
So PJ Locke was the first one we talked about.
All right, perfect.
CJ Allen. So you come in, you done won first place in fucking
What up, Jimbo?
In poker.
Yeah. So let me answer Jimbo real quick. Yeah, my sons are Cowboys fans. My whole family. They ain't that crazy to switch.
Except for your brothers.
Yeah, my brothers. So I have cousins that are 49ers. My brother's 49ers. And my cousins are Patriots. And then my wife's family, they're Giants fan, because we're from the East Coast. But no, my kids are Cowboys. They were just doing it to try to get at me and just to trolling Lord. I mean, that was pretty funny. So
Yeah, it
even
was.
Lloyd put him up. He's like, don't come in here with that. And I didn't know that was my son that did it. So. But how's the panel doing? Let me tell you my mentals real quick.
You want to go an hour later.
I don't care.
What'd you do? You wrote all this down on the way here?
No, I'm driving.
What'd you do? Write it all down on the way here?
No,
on the
I'm
way
driving.
home?
So I gotta drive really slow when I leave the poker side because it's a bar. You know what I mean? So there's cops always trying to follow you, and if you're driving the loud ass SRT, they're gonna follow you. So I'm driving really slow. So anyways, my mentals is great. I mean, I had a great day. Me and the family, we went out. We went to a rock park. We had Dairy Queen. I mean, we were doing good, and it was good. It was a nice and sunny day. So talking to the guys in the morning. But everything's been good.
There you go.
So next we finna talk about Kobe Durant, y'all. We're gonna talk about Kobe Durant. We just got through talking about PJ Locke. We finna talk about Kobe Durant, y'all. And how we feel about what he brings to the table. Another gem that Christian Parker has brought in. Rock, you okay? You got your green card.
Oh shit!
Oh man!
Oh shit! Yeah, I can't deal with the chat. Y'all too much. Y'all too much.
Oh shit!
Joe DeMasi here. He in the chat.
He's in the chat.
Joe is in here.
My
he's
Joe.
in the chat.
Joe, stop playing, Joe. Joe, go. You go to the group chat and bring your ass into the live stream. You in the group chat, Joe. You in the group chat, Joe. Come on up. So we finna talk about Kobe Durant, y'all. And how y'all feel about Kobe Durant? Take it, Dan.
You know what? This is probably the most underrated signing that the Cowboys have made so far this offseason. I've took a look at Kobe Durant and his career when he was with the Rams. This guy is something else. The way about him, he can play inside, he can play outside, and he can play nickel. That's the most wonderfulest thing I've ever seen from a defensive back, because not only that we can do a lot of things with him. We can easily put Deron Bland in the slot, and we can have a rookie guy and Breville on the outside, and we can have Durant play the middle, play the nickel. If you have those corners, your secondary just went up from not only to the worst secondary in the league to maybe at least a decent secondary in the league. It could be very possible. So what I'm about to show you here is that you're about to see something that nobody has seen before with him. And the guy that's up here on the top, number 14, that's who you guys need to watch. The guy is a good cover guy as well. He can go after tight ends as well, even bigger people. And you can see right here going after when the Rams were playing the Bucks, and he just picked that off like it was nothing, and he returned it back. He returned it back for a pick six. That's pretty impressive for a small guy like Kobe Durant, and he's only like 6'1", which is pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive when you look at it.
It's also scheme.
Yeah, it's also the scheme as well. And then you see right here, as you see Baker trying to go deep, but then my man had to put a hand up there against Ibuka and just said, you know what, let's just swat that thing away. Let's just swat that thing away, just not get it into next week. And there was not pass interference either. It was just good coverage.
Pass interference.
Definitely pass interference.
Pass interference.
Wasn't no pass interference. CZ Jesse.
It was not pass interference.
Yeah,
obviously,
like mine sting a lot, CZ. Like mine sting a lot, CZ.
Did you see the flag on the play?
No flag. Randy,
Should have
no
been.
flag.
No, there was
Should have been a red flag. It should have been a red flag. Should have been a red flag.
Hey, one thing about him, and I'll agree with Dan, this was one of the good quiet signings, is he's always around the ball. No matter where the ball is thrown, he seems to be right there. That's
You're
a
right
big
about that,
thing.
Randy.
That's a big thing when you read the quarterback and everything. To be around the ball is big.
Always around the ball is always a good thing.
Pause.
And we appreciate Dan with the highlights. So let's go down the panel and let's ask Oscar, what you feel about the Kobe Durant signing?
You know what? I think that was a real good signing. Very underrated. You know, we didn't pay much for him. Another smart guy that's around the ball. You know, he was played on a good Rams team. I know the defense, the secondary didn't play as well going down the stretch. They did have a few injuries. You know, no excuses, but I'm just saying he was one of the, leaders on there in interceptions. I mean, he didn't have many, but whatever. That says something for a good team, for him to be one of the leaders and, be back there and run that defense. It's good. Again, here we go again. Another smart guy that, no big name, but brings his, plays hard, goes to the ball, plays hard. That's it. You're starting to see the pattern of what Parker's trying to do. So, like I said, as the more we go about it and the more Dan comes up with these clips and shows us and explains to us, I'm starting to get more convinced and I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. So I'm glad he's doing all this for us, because a lot of us Cowboy fans are always upset that we didn't do this, we didn't do that, so Dan's doing a good job letting us calming us all down, I guess, if you want to say that.
Oh man!
And shout out to Dan with that highlights. We're gonna shout out to Dan. Dan
Yes,
doing
sir.
his thing tonight, y'all. Dan
That's a
doing
lot of
his
work.
thing tonight, y'all.
I appreciate that.
Randy, you got anything to say about Kobe Durant?
Yeah, I'll say this with Durant and Thompson. This makes our secondary not so suspect in the long run. If we can get who was the guy that got hurt, had the brace on? I can't think of his name. Ravel. If Ravel can come back and again, there's a lot of ifs here. If Ravel and our other defensive back can come back, we'll be fine. I'm telling you. And if we pick a back in the first round, we'll be fine. Don't be surprised though if we go heavy. If we go offense and defense in the first round of our draft. I'm just saying that this is our secondary is improved right now. No matter just before the draft. So I like Durant. I like him a lot.
And so does Ultra. Ultra said that was a sneaky sign. He wasn't expecting it. Ultra said that picking up Durant was a plus for this team.
It was.
But I don't agree with what James said. He compared him to Orlando Skendricks. And Orlando Skendricks sucked. Orlando Scandrick
Good
sucked.
comp.
That's his opinion.
Yeah, well,
What are you
yeah,
trying to say?
that's his opinion, but I'm gonna tell you, Orlando Scandrick, his back was always turned towards the ball. He never knew where the ball was. Orlando Scandrick was not good. I'm saying. I look, I couldn't stand that guy. When he was on our team, he played in the slot, but I couldn't stand him. I'd rather take Terrence Newman over the ass over Orlando Scandrick.
I didn't like you either, there, buddy.
Couldn't stand him. What'd you say, Jesse? You said he didn't like me.
He probably didn't like you either, so.
I don't give a damn.
Yeah, probably.
He ain't got to like me.
But I will say this. I know that some people are a little bit upset about about some of the moves that we've made, but I really do think that you're trying to fill out depth, but you're also trying to get starters. As much as I want to like poo-poo on what they're doing and whatnot, I actually like the signings that they did. Maybe PJ Locke and Kobe Durant and Jalen Thompson, maybe they can be diamonds in the rough. Like we always say. When you find what's over at the end of the rainbow to go get the pot of gold, you never know what you're going to get.
James, hey, we Cowboys fans. You might like the Orlando Scandrick. Don't take what I'm saying.
No, I'm not laughing. No, I'm not laughing about that. I'm laughing at what Walter just said. That's all.
I'm not talking about you, Jesse. I'm speaking about what James put in the chat. I'm talking about what James put in the chat. He's like, damn, okay. Because of what I said about Orlando Scandrick. Hey, James, you can love Orlando Scandrick. I couldn't stand the guy. I couldn't stand him. And I was so glad the Eagles got him. I couldn't stand him. Worth for nothing. He wasn't nothing. And the closest thing, like let's like even Jones. What's his Brandon Jones? That was his name.
Brandon Carr.
Not Brandon Carr. No, Jones.
Byron Jones.
Byron Jones.
Yeah, Byron.
Oh yeah.
Byron Jones. Let me tell you something. He couldn't pick shit off. He wasn't getting no interceptions worth of shit. That's what pissed me off about him. But he was always in good coverage. But he couldn't pick a ball off worth of shit. He wouldn't turn around to try to pick up the ball. All he had to do is just turn around, the ball right there in his hands or throw his hands up. He would never, but he had great coverage. Byron Jones had great coverage, but he couldn't pick off a fucking lemon. If that motherfucker was peeled, he couldn't pick that shit off worth of shit. That shit used to piss me off.
You're hilarious.
I gotta remember that tomorrow at work.
I can't help it.
Byron Jones and Orlando Scandrick, them two corners that used to piss me off, y'all. I ain't lying. No two corners.
Then he left for Miami for big money too.
What I heard was that Byron Jones was supposed to be a shutdown corner. That's what I heard.
He was, but he never could. He couldn't pick a ball off. He couldn't get an interception for nothing.
He couldn't do it.
Yeah, he could never grab an interception. He'd always just pat the ball away. It was ridiculous. He had the ball right in his hand. Why didn't you just catch it?
Right there. It's
right there. Every single time.
Right there.
Yeah, he'll have great coverage, but he couldn't pick the ball up. And I like the great coverage, but god damn it, the pick. Oh my god, you get that boy all lemon. I'm trying to tell you, this is crazy.
Woosah, Lloyd. Woosah.
I'm just saying. I ain't gonna even speak about Brandon Carr. I saw what Odell did to his ass. Oh my gosh. We done had some.
Thank you.
We done had some retarded corners on this team. I ain't lying.
Yeah, we did.
I ain't lying. But we got past it, and then I ain't gonna talk about Trayvon Diggs.
Everyone's his baby.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, Kenneth Murray with his baby. he gonna play this man.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Eberflus played Kenneth Murray. He knew he wasn't finna hit no hole to stop no run. He knew that he was running off the field instead of running to the right to tackle this running back.
Run to the bathroom. He's running to the bathroom.
Was willing to play this man. I don't understand for the life of me how Kenneth Murray got as many snaps as he did. Look,
good job,
I would have got the cheerleader's husband to come and play linebacker over Kenneth Murray. I'm just saying, Kenneth Murray sucked. He was lost. We talk about the secondary and Donovan Wilson them being lost in the secondary. Kenneth Murray was lost, y'all. It showed. If you watch the replay, and the crazy thing is, usually you'll have to slow shit down just to see certain things. You can watch this motherfucker in fast motion, and you see he didn't know where to go. The running back going right, he running left. It's nobody to the left, and he's running left. Everybody going to the right, even the fucking blockers going to the right, and this motherfucker go left. He got a wide open hole to the left, but ain't nobody over there. That's what Kenneth Murray was doing. That shit was crazy. Like that's why I say I'm patient. I'm patient with Christian Parker because he said he wants smart players, and he realized once he watched the tape and before he took this job, he knew he was coming to a situation where we had some dumbass defensive players on this team, y'all. I don't give a damn. Even with Eberflus's scheme, you can't. You that dumb where you don't know where to go. Just look, just where to go. That's all that matters. Just know what hole to hit. What hole to hit? I'm seeing when the quarterback snaps the ball, I see the running back taking the ball from the quarterback's right side. So that automatically tell me where this running back is going. You see this too, and you still run to the left. The running back ain't made no fucking moves, no juking. He's just strictly running to the right side. And you running to the that's some dumbass shit right there. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't trying to bash no. Yes, I am. I'm bashing the shit out of him. I don't give a damn. He ain't on this team no fucking more. I don't give a damn. He played dumb. Don't want nobody like that on this shit. Period. I don't know about y'all. He should have been the one that retired. Screw Logan Wilson and the rest. He should have retired. Kenneth Murray need to fucking retire. But if you're willing to get Eberflus another job, some team gonna be willing to give Kenneth Murray another fucking job because they go fucking
Eberflus recruit him.
They go hand.
Eberflus recruit him.
I'm sorry.
The Giants are gonna sign him.
Oh, I love that.
How about signing this there, Randy?
I love that. I would love that. I'm sorry, y'all. I went on that whole rant about these certain players, y'all. I'm sorry, but hey, it's just how they piss me off. So let's read the chat, y'all. Let's read the chat. I gotta read some of the chat, y'all. I went on the whole rant, so I need to read some of these chat. And chat.
You did a Momo, man. You did a Momo.
Just like James did. Y'all tell us how y'all feel about these players, like Archer's doing, like Vin is doing. Come on, y'all tell us how y'all feel about these players. How do y'all feel about Kobe Durant, and how do y'all feel about PJ Locke? We want to hear from the Cowboy fans in the chat. How do y'all feel about signing PJ Locke and Kobe Durant? Let's see what y'all got. Oh, no face.
Let's hear from you guys.
Jack Sanborn. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to tell
you. Boy.
Oh my gosh.
He just made it worse.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You mind if I read this one, Lloyd?
Read Joe Damascus. Go ahead.
Joe Damascus says, I like the secondary moves, but don't think we addressed the linebacker position. I feel good about Durant and Thompson.
No, we haven't.
I agree with that.
We haven't addressed it. We haven't addressed the linebacker position. We haven't. We're not naive to think that we have. Well, we haven't. What Randy says on the 18 likes. Let me go check this out. Oh my
gosh. Let's get
those. Hey, man, hit them likes, people. What's up with that?
Hey, we got
y'all hit the like button.
It's so we got 35 watching. Y'all hit the like button. Come on, y'all.
Cost me nothing.
Hit your boy up. Oh man.
Tay Cowboy said, Lord, hey, I don't know what else to say about these players. They get on my nerves. They just get on my nerves.
How long do you think
I'm
Jimmy
blaming-
Johnson would have let them stay on this team if they were playing like that when he was here?
They wouldn't have lasted
3 games.
They wouldn't have lasted
3
Do you
games.
remember Derek
Hey, it
Classic
wouldn't
when
have
he
been long.
fumbled against the Bears
It was
twice?
over with for Derek
They
Glass.
cut him the next day.
I remember. Jimmy Johnson kick you out of practice because you having an asthma attack or you got asthma, you gone. You gone. He kicked it like we don't want you on this team.
How did these players last the whole year last year? I don't understand.
And here is another thing about Jimmy Johnson. I've heard stories that he woke those boys up at 4 to 5 a.m. in the morning. They go out there in the rain and the mud, and they go out there and work their tails off. Like
Dan, it was a
Yeah,
different
that's the day of the
Dan. It
2
was a
days.
different era. If
Yeah.
it was a different era back them days.
we missed
You
those.
do that to these kids now, they all most of the players they would be like, "Oh God, he's a bully."
James said PJ and Durant are dogs, so he's happy with those signings.
All right, I like them. I like that answer.
Read the ultra. Read the ultra chat.
I'm just so happy.
Oh, shit.
God, you're on your point tonight.
Hit the like button if you want to see Jesse Striff for a new straw.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you're gonna have to do Cash App, buddy.
Moving.
Yeah, the Cash App, boy. Girl, you want Cash App me?
Got my dollar
You're
bills.
right, Logan. You're right, Logan. It is different times. It is different times. Rhonda said, Ultra, Jesse has a sexy tummy.
I get a lot of that.
Oh wow!
Damn, I'm telling your husband there, girl. Hit them likes, people, man. Y'all think this is funny as hell. Come on, man. Hit them likes.
Take Cowboy said, Rhonda, oh damn. Logan said if Jimmy Johnson played today, if he was a coach today, players would be complaining about Jimmy.
I don't know about that.
Oh man, they've been crying like crazy. You what? Yeah, they will.
They wouldn't be like that.
Ultra said Jimmy
like
was a psychology major, perfect for being a coach. What you say, CZ?
Jimmy's like a Vic Fangio.
Yeah, old school.
You know, yeah.
Old
The players would latch on to Jimmy quick. Jimmy knew what he was.
And they did. Even then they did, CZ. Even then they did. So I can just imagine it was tougher then. This shit is so easier now.
Jimmy Johnson, if they had a bad game, they wouldn't be eating afterwards.
Oh hell no, they wouldn't.
Exactly right.
Hey, it takes Michael Irvin, it takes Nate Newton to tell that story about on the plane and not being able to eat.
I remember that one. I heard about that one.
That's the big Sills story about them not eating after the one game they lost. He's like, F no. They're on the plane getting ready. He's like, F no, they ain't eating. Nobody getting nothing.
It's like I said, CZ, when Bill Parcells was the man at the time, and the only man, like Lawrence Taylor said in his interview, the only man I feared was him, Bill. I would not go say a word to that man.
I put Key Cowboy jump back up there. Key Cowboy said Jimmy sure the fuck wouldn't have number 4 at quarterback for a decade, much less 5 years.
Well, that's true.
Wow.
He said that as much. He said he wouldn't sign.
Jimmy Johnson said he wouldn't have gave him a contract.
Yep.
He wouldn't have gave him a new contract. He did say that. Hey, Blue, put Bleed Blue up.
This is a good take here.
Bleed Blue said, my take on our free agent pickups were they were targeted and brought here for a reason, a change. CP not done pulling weeds. Ain't nobody safe. I agree with you.
I do too. That's a good quote.
Yep.
That's a good take there. Bleed Blue.
Bleed Blue, that's why I made you a moderator, bro. You coming with some good takes, my guy. You coming with some good takes. Darren said, is it bad? I once beat up a Raiders fan in one of one of our games. You beat up a Raiders fan, Darren? Oh my gosh. Hey, Rock, is that your son? I just need to know if that's your son, because that's who I'm talking about. I don't know. if there's rock son or
That
not.
sounds like a Rock family maneuver right there.
That sounds like something Rock would say. It
Yep.
really sounds like something Rock would say. James said Jimmy was a hell of a coach. Two a days take him back to the early 90s, right?
Yeah.
And them days, those days are
Hey Logan,
long
I'm
and
glad
gone.
to see you. Hey, Logan, I'm glad to see you here laughing. I told you you wasn't live and you wasn't live in the live streams in the chats like you usually be. So I'm glad to see you in here laughing, Logan. I'm glad to see you in here enjoy yourself, my guy. Logan is another Logan part of his family, y'all. Leo said you guys realize you're talking about an era of coaching from the late 1900s. Man, the way
And they got them, they got Super Bowls out of it.
Let me finish reading it, John. Blue. The way coaching has been bred out of the NFL for a generation now. Modern era winning is different now. Go Birds.
He's right. It's different now.
It is.
The coaching is definitely different.
It is.
But when you say the late 1900s, you make this shit sound like it was back in
It's 1800s. You mean the 2000s? The 20th century, buddy. The 20th century.
Pompeii time. Goddamn it! No.
Yeah, no shit.
Pompeii.
It's called the 20th century.
Oh shit! Damn. Yeah. Hey y'all. Hey. To everybody, y'all. This is what I want. I want everybody in the chat to do. I want everybody to put prayer and fire emojis up in the chat for Logan. Logan is family, y'all. Logan, good people. Logan been here since day one. And for Logan, shout out to Logan. Put prayer emojis and fire chats up in the chat for Logan, y'all.
Yes, sir.
I don't see no fire emojis. I don't see no prayer emojis. Put those in the chat for Logan, y'all.
There you go.
There you go.
What I'm talking about. Good
Fire,
one, Rhonda.
fire.
What I'm talking about. All love for Logan. Good one, Joe. Good one, Miss Matrix. What's going on, Darren? What's going on?
Good job.
Good job, guys.
Ultra. Good one, Ultra. Bleed Blue. Good one, Comic. That's what I'm saying. We all family here. Let's show that love. Let's show that love to Logan.
The roof is on fire.
We appreciate y'all. That's why I said, y'all, we family. Y'all know how we do. Yeah, Joe, you're right. We do need linebackers. We need more of middle linebackers, if anything.
Yes.
Hey, you got some more stuff you want to pull up, Dan?
Well, I was gonna pull up another guy that we've already been talking about before, and that's Jalen Thompson. I just wanted to take a look at the highlights again.
Wait a minute,
because
Dan. Wait a minute, Dan. Because now Leo is not even in on the live stream. I mean, he gonna put in the chat. Y'all know what this shit is. I don't know that shit. I hate this shit.
That's him taking a dump constipated.
What the fuck? The fact that he's willing to spell this shit out makes it even worse.
He's sitting on a toilet trying to take he's constipated.
He's spelling the shit out. Makes it even worse. Oh my gosh.
He's like, ah!
Already I don't like it. He's spelling it out in the goddamn chat.
That's right, Leo. Keep it up.
Oh goddamn! Look,
oh
go
my
ahead,
goodness!
Dan. Go ahead, Dan.
Don't you go there, Rhonda.
This guy,
Don't you go there.
This guy, Jalen Thompson, is going to be something the Cowboys are probably going to be using a lot. He's going to be the quarterback of the defense up top in the safeties, because if you take a look at these highlights, this guy is a hard-hitting machine, and he led the Cardinals in tackles. And he went up against some good quarterbacks as well. And, you can have him pressuring the quarterback as well. You can have him coming from the edge, or you could just play him up top and be the real quarterback out there. And then you see here that was not pass interference. My guy was covering him very well.
Jesse, did you see
he was
that?
covering him very well.
Parents.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, I'm loving what you're doing with these highlights, though, my guy.
I love this too. This is very, very thorough and very productive.
Red flag material.
You're giving the panel and the chat insight on maybe they have seen highlights on these players, but maybe they haven't. Some people be too busy to even sit down and watch, but they came in to the channel and now they're able to see the highlights, the certain highlights when it comes to these players that Christian Parker has brought in. So we appreciate Dan too. Shout out to Dan, y'all.
Correct.
Dan doing his thing on the night, y'all. Dan
Good
doing
job,
his thing
Dan.
on the night.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Dan.
You can
Go
see
ahead.
this throw here by Baker when he was going up against going up against Jalen Thompson. Jalen Thompson's like, you're not going to throw that in here. Let's see. There we go. You see Brock Purdy right over here. And that was Jalen Thompson making the coverage on that time. And Brock Purdy thought he had an easy pass over the middle, but Jalen Thompson said, nope, not this time.
Yeah, we ain't got no Donovan Wilson.
And then you see Jalen Thompson again. Then you see Jalen Thompson again stuffing the run as a safety. That is very rare for a safety to stuff the run. Very, very rare.
Hey, Blue, pull up James' last chat. James said, JT is our starting safety. No more playing patty cake on the field. That's what Donovan Wilson was doing, playing patty cake. Oh, god damn. I agree with you. Mixed Matrix said, Darren, this is yet to be determined. What we get with the second number 1 pick will solidify it. Go ahead, Dan.
Man, this is really insane, but just by looking at all these highlights with Jalen, it's like he knows where to go where that ball is at. And he goes up against very good quarterbacks as well. And he goes up against tight ends that are taller than him. That's what makes it really interesting about this guy.
Yeah,
Not only that, he can tackle as well.
Wait a minute, Dan. Jalen Thompson ain't know somebody that's been rotational or he's a starter, y'all. He played with Buda Baker. He was a starter. He played alongside Buda Baker. He was a starter, y'all. So this ain't no rotational player. Like, he played in this type of defense. Do y'all see that? That's a 3. It's paused right now against the Carolina. This is a 3-4 defense, y'all. This is a 3-4 defense. You see how they lined up? This is a fucking 3-4 defense.
That's a
3-4 playing in this defense, y'all. He's used to playing in this type of defense.
Yep.
Go ahead, Dan.
So, as we take a look here again by what you see with Jalen Thompson, again, I mean, he's going up against taller receivers, and he goes up against Xavier Leggett and just says, you know what, I'm not, And then he goes up against one of the greater tight ends in George Kittle. And George Kittle is one of the great tight ends in the league. And look what this guy, Jalen Thompson, does. All he does is just puts a hand up and says, you're not making that catch. You're not making that. And then there you see right there, he goes up against J1 Jennings. And he just, disrupts that pass. And then you see him trying to, making tackles. And this is what he did against us. I mean, look at this. He just stopped Kevontae Turpin, one of the more better speedy guys in the game.
Beautiful. That was beautiful.
And then he goes after the Rams, of course. So now the only thing about Jalen Thompson is that he's going to bring he's going to be a leader in the safety room, and he's very young. And I think Ryan Smith, who's our defensive backs coach, who was in Arizona with them, I think he's going to have a big say in what we do in the secondary.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Darren. Wagner was in top 5 in tackles, but he can't cover nothing. Mixed Matrix said only thing we've done that wouldn't have been done with Micah is Kenny Clark, Quentin Williams, and that second first round pick. Don't let Jerry fool y'all into thinking he really doing something yet.
Yeah, there's a point
Oscar,
there.
you want to Jesse, stop. Oscar, you want to respond to that?
I'm not even going to respond to that.
Randy, you want to respond to that?
I'll say this. You know what? Before all this happened, before Micah, we couldn't stop the run. With Micah, we couldn't stop the run. Now we're stopping the run. I don't know if everybody realizes we stopped the run the second best in the league after we got Quentin Williams. If that don't tell you what needs to be said, then I can't say anything else.
Yeah. I feel like that we are stopping the run. The problem is just we gotta get pressures. We gotta get pressures. And we gotta get sacks, but sacks is a luxury. Sacks is a luxury at this point.
And you're right, Darren. You're right. He said y'all wouldn't be able to pay Rashawn, Jalen Thompson, and Kobe if you still had Michael. I absolutely agree with you.
I agree to this. If we had Micah, we
not paying him no 47. What the hell? We weren't gonna pay him.
Exactly.
That's why he went to Green Bay.
Exactly.
What are the players we got for Micah's money so far? You got Clark, you got Quentin Williams, and you still got a number 1 draft pick left out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's what you got.
So if that player turns out to be Styles, so you got Styles, Quentin Williams, and Clark, who would you rather have, him or Micah? Them 3 or Micah?
Them 3.
So there goes your answer. Mills Matrix, mixed matrix. That's one thing
Brandon,
Jerry
welcome.
say. You put all 3. It's too much to put into one egg basket. If he goes down with an injury, then it's going to really cost your team. We always praised, we have the most Pro Bowlers. We have the most Pro Bowlers. What the most Pro Bowler does for your team means you're top heavy. That means you got 9 Pro Bowlers on your team, but then the other 43 players stink. And I'm not saying stink, but, not as good. So that's where, when we won our first Super Bowl in 92, we were the best defense in the league. You know how many Pro Bowlers we had? 0. The following year, we had 3 Pro Bowlers, and that's because, people started noticing, and then you had to put some people on the defense. I think the most we had was on the 96 defense, and that's because, people were just going in by names at that point, and we had Dion. So, you got to get, it's like, that's why I'm a little glad we didn't spend. Again, I'm going to keep saying the same thing over, because somebody brought this up the other day. I don't know who it was. Seattle had 2 defensive ends. I don't think they reached 10 sacks. And no team with the highest paid defensive player or edge has ever won the Super Bowl. So
what you just said, Oscar, and I'll get back to Miss Matrix, but to what you just said, Oscar, let me ask you this question. I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna ask everybody else on this on the panel this question, and I'm gonna ask the chat this question: who was the Seattle Seahawks star defensive player?
no idea.
I don't know either.
Our defensive players.
The defensive line, let's say.
No, who was Seattle Seahawks star defensive player?
One person.
Witherspoon.
Who was they star?
Yeah, he's star.
No. They had a pass rush, so you gonna put it? You want to say Devin Witherspoon was their star defensive player? Yeah, he was a good corner.
Yeah,
I mean, they have Leonard Williams, right?
Leonard Williams.
You can't tell me, you can't point out one person who was they star. They played as a unit.
Well, yeah,
on defense.
How they're built.
They played as a unit on defense. That's what I'm saying. Leonard Williams was not the star. They played as a unit.
Yeah, they played as a team.
Ultra, you said Leonard Williams. You said Leonard Williams, and then you said Devin Witherspoon.
I
But
said
they
Devin.
played as
Devin
no,
Witherspoon's their star.
CZ, no, CZ. You said it, but Ultra put it in the chat. They played as a unit.
The defensive team.
They played as a unit when it came to their defense. So by them playing as a unit, like defenses can change overnight, y'all. Within a season, we've seen it happen. I'm just saying that because I'm not saying that the Cowboys would do that, but I'm not gonna count it out. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
We don't know. We know what we want when it comes to our team, but we can't say what Christian Parker can bring, what he's trying to do, or the players he's bringing in won't change the defense because nobody expected McDonald to change the Seattle defense like he did. Nobody expected that. Nobody. Can't nobody on this panel or in this chat tell me that they expected that when it came to Seattle.
I mean, they started that in 22 actually with Leonard Williams. They started building that D.
But that was Leonard Williams. But they had all those. Tariq Woolen was already there, and he wasn't even a starter. They added DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah.
They added certain players that fit their scheme. Those players weren't always there. If you want to talk about Leonard Williams, like that's one player. He wasn't the star player. He wasn't.
They represented this.
He had been a star player. He had been a star player for that team in the past. But when it came down to it this year, was he really the star player? How many times did you hear Leonard Williams' name in this season? If he was the star player.
I was hearing Devin Witherspoon's name all season, not that's what I'm saying.
What did you say, CZ?
I was hearing Weatherspoon's name all season.
You was hearing what now?
Weatherspoon's name all season.
At corner.
Yeah.
He ain't rushing the quarterback. He ain't stopping the run. They did it as a unit. And when you got a pass rush, as a unit, when you got a pass rush, that opens it up for what? The secondary.
They had to play together to win, correct?
As a
Thank you. Like I was just saying.
Even though Witherspoon was great and Leonard Williams was great, they were great in their own ways, but they weren't like the reason they won the Super Bowl. They were part of the reason they won the Super Bowl. They weren't the only reason. I understand.
Yeah.
Because Gonzalez in that Super Bowl, Gonzalez, the cornerback for the Patriots, played better than Witherspoon.
Yes.
He was all over that field.
Now,
he was the star player on defense for the Patriots.
But like I said, what's their phrase? The 12th man. Everybody. That's what he won.
Well, the 12th man comes from the crowd. That's where the 12th man.
Yeah, but the crowd, but everybody was involved. Everybody united.
They played as a unit.
Yeah, they did.
Played as a unit.
Exactly.
DeMarcus Lawrence played the whole fucking season. When have you seen that when it came to the Cowboys? How long has it been?
That's hard right there.
He was pumped. He was rejuvenated.
Yeah, he was.
Because they all played as a unit. And that's what he was trying to get here. And him and Michael Parsons clashed. But I ain't trying to bring that back up. That's old history. That man won the Super Bowl with Seattle.
It's a good conversation.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's good conversation, but I'm just saying he wouldn't won the Super Bowl with Seattle. But he said that he was rejuvenated. They played as a unit. And that's all that to me. That's all that matters. When you can get a team. Let's speak about you got the offensive side, you got the defensive side. When you can get the defensive side to play as a unit, if we had their defense, or even close to having their defense, y'all, oh my gosh, ain't no telling what we had been.
I will say this though: if the Rams keep building like they're building, nobody's going to beat them.
Nope.
They're building a monster.
And that's because they're willing to take chances that the Cowboys is not willing to do.
Exactly.
Yep.
They like fuck the picks, fuck the draft picks.
But they're only one player away, you know.
Yeah.
They're going all
The Cowboys could have been one player away, but the Cowboys don't want to. Jerry don't want to make those type of moves. Jerry want to build and draft and free agency. Go sign these certain players, these C+ players or C players for 1 year, and like I'm a draft players in the draft, and this is what's gonna be at our team. That shit ain't work. That shit ain't work, bro. That shit ain't work.
Yep.
That's why I like that the fact Christian Park is there, because like Oscar has said since day one, he had to go in and be like, look, if you want me to build this defense, you gotta let me cook. You gotta let me buy the groceries. Even before we heard this shit from Leo, I ain't gonna even mention Drew, but before we heard the shit from Leo, Oscar was saying this shit before.
I was saying it too.
Well, CZ, yeah, you've been saying it, but yeah, CZ, I mentioned Leo, so I gotta mention you too. But Oscar, like in our private chats and everything, before we heard it from you, before we heard it from Leo, Oscar had been saying this from the beginning. Like Christian Parker had to go in and be like, look, y'all had the worst fucking defense in the fucking league. If you want me to fix this defense, and I'm willing to come here, but if you want me to fix this defense, you got to let me buy the groceries. Oh, Leo said, Lord, Oscar just told me he got it from me. So I guess it was Leo then. Oscar, you confirmed it?
No, I said to him, when he came on and explained to me how the team was building and these are players picked. Well, this was earlier when we were talking about smart players being picked by the Cowboys, and that's the kind of players that Parker likes. That's where I said I got that a little from him, because he was saying these are the type of players that Parker likes. By me saying that, I hope that Parker had this conversation with Jerry. That was from me. I'm the one that brought that up to you, saying 2 months ago that I'm hoping he went in there and said, listen, I'm going to take this job. I can have any job I want. But if you want me to come here, I'm not going to come here to fail. I need to succeed.
Yep.
Let me. You got to let me do the way I wanted to do. What I said that I got a little from Leo and CZ and Drew and all them was when they said these are the type of players, the smart players that Parker like. That's why they came in on our chat and said they like what he's doing with these players, because these are the smart players and the kind of players that Parker likes to start building a team. So maybe that's what I meant.
And see, what I was saying about Oscar when he said this was I ain't talking about when we was on live stream. He mentioned on live stream a few times, but these are the things when we hired Christian Parker that we talked about in our private chat, in our private Zoom. Oscar been speaking this. That's why I said that when it came out. don't have time. I don't have time. Please don't come here with the negative shit.
Yeah, let's not.
Please don't come here with the negative shit. I ain't mean to put that up there like that, but don't come here with the negative shit, y'all. George Hoyer, I don't. That's not what we're about here, but my guy, my girl, whoever you are, that's not what we're about here. But y'all, I said we was gonna go live for about an hour, 30 minutes. We've been on here 2 hours, y'all. So what I'm about to do, I'm gonna allow everybody to get a last words and final words because I do have to go to work tomorrow. Been working all day. Dan the man. Hey, great job, Dan. Great fucking job, Dan.
Appreciate it.
Give us your last words and your final thoughts, Dan.
Well, shout out to everybody on the panel. Shout out to everybody in the chat as well. I know that Cowboy fans are upset about some of the moves that we made, but I'm telling you, there's always going to be those flowers at the end of the rainbow. But like I said before, we're just going to keep building. If we don't win this year and we're competitive, that's okay. But if we are competitive and we go for it this year, I'm happy. I just need that defense to step up, and I want the offense to just continue to just improve and just be the best offense that they can be. And like I've always said, as many times before, you got to spend time with your loved ones because you never know you never know when you can't get the chance to spend them again because life is too short, and we're creating memories here on the panel. So salute to Lloyd, salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that like and subscribe button for us.
Appreciate that, Dan. Randy, what you got for us, Randy?
I got two things. One is the draft is 5 weeks away from today, and the second thing is we're less than 4 months away from training camp. There you go.
Say less. Unc, Jesse, what you got for us?
Guys,
okay,
let the
go
games
ahead.
begin. Let this draft get out of the way, and let's go ahead and have a party with the teams. So I'll see you on the gridiron. Go Blue.
CZ, what you got for us, CZ?
Great job, Dan.
Thank you, CZ.
Let the draft talks begin, and hit that like and subscribe.
Appreciate that, CZ. Oscar, close us out, Oscar.
Yes, brother. It's always, a pleasure to have everybody in here. We're all family in this channel. Like Low Eagle just said the same thing. At the end of the day, it's just football. We can argue and disagree all we want. But at the end of the day, like Dan says, perfect comment. I can't do any better than that today. We all family. We all love each other. At the end of the day, just make sure you tell the next person you love them, you care about them, because you never know when it's your last day. And like you said, this channel, I know we talk football, we talk Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, Washington, whatever you want to say, but we talk family first. I'm going to say this again. What we do here is not a show. It's not for clicks. It's not for views. We do this 24 hours a day with each other, and we're growing the family day by day. We're growing, adding people to our chat and on our private chats, and we're growing this family little by little, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. We just get along and just try to show up and be there for each other. And that's all I got for today.
Family, they said, we talk our shit about our sports. We talk our shit when it comes to NFL. And we invite everybody else to do the same thing. But, y'all, it's always family first thing, Well, that's what we've built here. That's what it is going to be. And that's what it's going to continue to be no matter what. No matter what, y'all. And it's just how we are. Like they said, we talk all the time. Even it's certain ones that's in the chat that's a part of this family in our chat that we talk to every day, y'all. Y'all just don't know. It's a family oriented channel, y'all. And we appreciate everybody. We appreciate all the love and all the support. We appreciate the growth when it comes to the Next Level Sports Lounge because of what we've created here. And you're always able to come. It doesn't matter if you're a Cowboys fan or if you're an Eagles fan or if you're a 49ers fan, Steelers fan. It doesn't matter what team that you like. Come in, give your take, speak your shit. As long as it's not personal, long as you're not disrespecting nobody, we invite everybody here, y'all. Everybody is welcome to the Next Level Sports Lounge. Everybody is welcome to be a part of this family that we've created here, y'all. And that's how it is, and that's how it's gonna be. Hey, y'all, we will be live. Our next live stream will be what's the day? Thursday. Will be Saturday
Thursday.
night. Yeah, it's Thursday. It will be Saturday night, y'all. I'm off on Sunday. Y'all, I'm telling y'all now. On Mondays, we will have Eagles fans in. We will have on the live on the panel. It will be Leo if he comes in. Warren. Whoever wants to come in is open for whoever wants to come in on Mondays, my guys and my family. To this every Monday is open. It's open, y'all. It's open. My lovely wife, put that back up there for me, Blue. My lovely wife, she said good night, chat. Yeah. So yeah, we appreciate everybody, y'all. Love, blessings, and peace to everybody. Y'all, until next time. Peace.